Hey, we're back at the top again today with another type to go back over. Once again, we are remastering the series from when we went over the types heading into Generation 7, where a lot of the options were often recycled or didn't make much sense. So we are fixing the improvements, in other words. This is the second video in the remastered series, so if you ever missed the others, the link is in the description below. Today, we are looking on how Pokemon Sword and Shield can fix the Psychic type. Honestly, there are a lot of ways to do so, as this type is much more technical and more specially based, but we have to find out how. Let's dive into the ways we can fix the Psychic type. I'm building upon the problem I mentioned last time, and that's only because it remains true to this day. The Psychic type is way too reliant on special attack to a point where you don't even see many of the physical attacks. Those attacks, such as Zen Headbutt, Psycho Cut, and even the newly released Generation 7 move Psychic Fangs don't see much play. The more generations pass, and the more specially based Pokemon get released. But I'm hoping one day, we get a whole lot more physical Psychic types or another Psychic type move. We took one step in the right direction last generation. Can we take another one, please? Really, I'm not trying to recycle the past ideas. When only one non-signature move gets released and it's only 85 base power, it's hard not to bring back this same discussion. Now, I can't be completely mad at the move. Like I said prior, Psychic Fangs is a physical move after all. But really, when you think about types that are lacking any really strong, and I mean really strong, move, you don't think of the Psychic type, do you? Nope, you think of the Dark type. And I mean, sure, the Psychic type is strong already. Why do we need to give it something more? Well, that's because every other type, or a few others, has this issue. But none fly so far under the radar like the Psychic type. I mean, think about it. They don't actually have a move over 100 base power, bar the signature moves of course, but nobody seems to bat an eye. We really need to fix this. When I mention this next fix, I know most of the reactions will be, what does that even mean? Now, it's going to be confusing, but hear me out for a sec. When I say that the Psychic type is countered too hard by its weaknesses, does that make any sense? I understand if it doesn't, but let me explain this. I'm not really referring to Ghost, Dark, and Bug-type Pokemon, but the types in general. 2 of the 3 have priority moves, while Psychic does not. Ghost types have 2 immunities, and Dark types are unaffected by Prankster, and, well, Bug types, I mean, they don't really get anything special, so disregard that. The point being is that Ghost and Dark have such an insane matchup. All they need to worry about is a stray Shadow Ball or a Focus Blast, and even then, it's not Stab, and if they have any priority move in their moveset, it's all over for the Psychic type. How would you fix this interaction, though? Let me know in the comments below. As for myself, I would take a page out of Psychic Terrain's book and weaken priority moves by 25% since they are Psychic types, and they should see it coming to brace for said impact. I really hope that's not too powerful. Psychic types just aren't as feared as they once were. You remember in Generation 1 when they were broken, right? Well, they've been nerfed ever since, adding the Steel and Dark type, fixing the Bug and Ghost types. But maybe it might be the time to buff it just slightly. Just look at how many resists they have. Itself, which that matchup is decided on who actually packed the Ghost type coverage, and the Fighting type, which was already a great matchup already. But when we look at the types, which one would reasonably be a good addition for the Psychic type to resist? My best suggestions would be the Poison type due to it being super effective against it already, or the Fairy type since who's really afraid of fairies? Magic doesn't really beat the mind, and the Fairy type could be taken down a level since it seems it took the crown from the Dragon type as the best type in Pokemon. Now this won't necessarily be a good thing for the Psychic type in the short term, but in the long term it will help out. See, we only got one new Psychic type in Alola, Oranguru. And you might be thinking, weren't there more? I could have sworn there were. Well, yeah, you're not wrong. But most of them were forms and legendaries, especially legendaries. And the problem with that is that most of the efforts going into the Psychic type Pokemon aren't going into a vast variety of regular Pokemon, but into the legendary Pokemon itself. 30% of all legendaries are the Psychic type, and with 18 types, that's a little much, as a single type is taking up almost a third of all legendary type slots. Like I said, if you take out the Psychic type prevalence on legendaries, it will create less powerful Psychic types, but the variety of the regular Psychic types would expand. At least you think it would. Similar to how we brought back the normal type move Smite from the previous series, we're going to be bringing back another move for the Psychic type as well. Don't worry, it won't be like this every time, but there are attacks I used 3 years ago that still fit the motif of helping, improving, or fixing a type's issues. This time we're bringing back the move Magic Crasher, as it helps out against its weaknesses. Magic Crasher is a 95 base power Psychic type move that uses a magical type of Psychic energy to crash into the foe. This attack can hit Dark types for neutral damage. The point being is, it gives something for Psychic types to use against its ineffective type matchup versus Dark. 2 videos in and we're already trashing the Dark type. Maybe we should find a fix for that next. When I look at the ability Intimidate, I get the feeling that there are so many more options you could do with that ability concept. Lowering an attack stat on switching is a very useful tool to slow down a player's momentum in battle. But on the opposite end of the coin, you don't see any other abilities with this type of tech. That's why today's ability will start a trend regarding these types of abilities. So our ability related to the Psychic type is called Psychotic, where the Pokemon mentally intimidates opposing Pokemon upon entering battle, lowering their special attack stat. Hey, all is fair with abilities, and this ability can help prevent a special attacker from running wild, akin to Intimidate with physical Pokemon, you know? For the Pokemon concept, I looked up and down the type chart to find unused type combinations that would help out the type, but I couldn't find anything. So I went searching, and I ran into Smiley Fakemon's concept for a psychic normal gecko Pokemon, Gekelic. The artist's description is, these Pokemon are capable of putting their enemies to sleep, but can also cause insane hallucinations and headaches. Their eyes are 400 times as sensitive as the human eye and can see colors even at night. They appear to have existed since ancient times. Gekelic has some great options for abilities. Among them, we have Own Tempo, Shed Skin, and the new ability we covered earlier, Psychotic. As seeing how crazy its eyes look, I feel like you'd be mentally disturbed. With its stats, we see it's mainly a specially used Pokemon. How ironic, since I said that we needed physical Pokemon. But everyone keeps making special Fakemon anyway. Point being is that it's a quicker and powerful specially attacking Psychic type with access to such moves as Hypnosis, Psyshock, Tri-Attack, and Signal Beam. I just thought we needed to make a nice combo, since with this type combination, Gekelic is only weak to 2 types, Bug and Dark, since Ghost and Fighting are either neutral or ineffective. But with that will wrap up the ways we can fix the Psychic type. If you have any ideas how to fix the Psychic type, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Best idea gets the Psychotic pin to the top. Which type should I cover next time? Be sure to pick your favorite, as we are once again remastering all the types leading up to Pokemon Sword and Shield's release. So, we still have a lot to cover. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to start the climb today, and with that, I want to thank you for watching. I want to catch you back at the top later on, because that's how we do it.